Ese Cholo.
Man, I like that beat, dog. All right, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the hotel room. Hope you guys are doing good. Keep hearing between the lines. Got your load secure. Get into a few things tonight. What's up, Artie Familia? Andrew Derek. Yes, what is going on, everybody? Let me actually put the chat up here. There we go. Saludos to all. I'm just gonna get into a few things tonight, man. Tonight. Let me see. Let me actually silence my phone, Spencer. Just want to make sure I don't get interrupted. Da, 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 da. All right. We are good. Yes. All right. We are good, man. What's up with everybody? Happy hump day, man. I don't hear anybody say hump day anymore. I don't know if maybe hump day got canceled. I don't know if people are still getting their love in, dog, with your significant other on hump day. Um, Damn it, dog. I just gotta looking at things right here on this table. I left things kind of messy, man. I don't like it because aesthetically, it just starts bothering my vision as I just see it on the corner of my eyes. Okay. All right. There. Now we're good. All right, man. So let me see. If you guys are watching this on the archives, go ahead and jump to the 5 minute mark. That's when we will get into a few videos that I want to react to. But outside of that, man, I'll tell you guys this. I'm out here in Nevada, right? And it's not hot yet, but it is starting to warm up a little bit more. Not enough where I'm really like, damn, dog, it's super hot. I was watching this video, dog, and it it made sense to me. Now I don't know this to be true, but it made sense to me. You guys want to know why? At least according to what I was hearing on this video. Do you guys want to know why men bring up the weather? You never hear women. You rarely will ever hear women bring up weather. But men, you hear men bring up the weather like, hey, how's the weather over there? Like what's going on? And it's crazy, dog, because it really doesn't do anything, right? It's just, just out of curiosity. But does anybody know? Again, I don't know this to be true, but it made sense to me. Does anybody know why that seed is planted inside of a man to ask about weather? Does anybody know? Because for many years, since the beginning of mankind, since the beginning of mankind, okay, men have relied on the weather to grow crops, for farming, food. It's just our spoiled rotten asses for like the last 100 years that really men have stopped relying on weather. But since the beginning of humanity, men have relied on weather for so long. Like I said, we're spoiled and rotten today, dog. Today, how many people actually really depend on the weather? And I know we're past the 5 minute mark. I guess you got fast forward now to the 8, 9, 10 minute mark, man. But it made sense to me because for since the beginning of humankind, men have depended on weather. So it was always okay, how's the weather? Look up at the sky. How's the weather over there? How's the weather over here? Where can we grow crops? Where can, farming? Weather was everything. Sunlight. daylight, cloudy, all that stuff really mattered. Does it really matter to us today? No, not if you're not a farmer. I mean, this is all before sprinkler systems and all that stuff, right? But just like in the last 100 years, all that stuff has really changed. But before that, since Adam and Eve, Holmes, since Adam and Eve, men have always cared about the weather because that was their job. They relied on sunlight, they relied on rain, they relied on how windy it's going to be outside, they relied on all that. So that is why, according to this research that I saw, that is why till this day you hear men talk about weather. Does it make a difference? I mean, not so much. Let me see. As a trucker, my wife is on the weather every day. She tells, yeah, 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 yeah. I will say that. I will say that, especially if it's windy, dog. If it's windy, good gosh, Holmes, especially if it's windy. But to this day, because of so many centuries, right, of men depending on weather and them caring about weather and talking about weather so much, that seed is planted in every man from here on out going forward, where we can talk about weather, even though it doesn't really mean anything. I could just come out and say like, hey, what's the weather like over there, right? Like, hey, what's the weather like over there in Minneapolis? I mean, does it do anything for me? No, but it's somewhat interesting. But that's just what it is, dog. And I guess it does kind of make sense because I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess so, man. That seed is planted in every man because for since the beginning of mankind, man relied on weather, and that's why men can still talk about weather. What's the weather like over there? Man, it's getting hot over here. Hey, the weather's changing because it actually used to mean something once upon a time to every man for crops and all that stuff. It was interesting and it made sense. It made sense, dog. It made sense. Let's see. What's up, Adrian? So just jumping on now. Cool, dog. I just barely started now. Pete Town. What's going on, Pete Town? Hey, dog, boxing is getting crazy, homie. Boxing, I'll tell you, man, there's so many things going on in boxing. Okay, Kiwo Cholo, where are you posted at today? I'm in Nevada, dog. I'm in Nevada. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into a couple things, man. All right, so you guys all know the Gabriel Fernandez story, right? Like that was kind of gone. It's out of the picture. Not too long ago, I did a video because Pearl Fernandez, the mom, she did an interview, right? And I reacted to that interview. You know, Homegirl is trying to get resentenced. This is flying way under the radar, dog. Homegirl is trying to get resentenced. Let's check it out. Actually, let me turn up the volume, pump up the volume. Oh, come on. What are we doing here? Okay, there we go.
A case that created shockwaves across LA County, in fact, the world. The brutal torture and murder of 8-year-old Gabriel Fernandez at the hands of his own mother and her then boyfriend back in 2013.
Today, the woman sentenced to life.
And her then boyfriend. So they broke up? I mean, I get it. They're broken. They're both incarcerated, but they broke up. This is actually a story from last week.
At the hands of his own mother and her then boyfriend back in 2013.
Today, the woman sentenced to life in prison with no parole went to court asking for a resentencing hearing. Our Lolita Lopez has been following this case for years now. She is here with the very latest.
Yeah, certainly a very emotional moments within that courtroom. It's the second time Pearl Fernandez has filed for a resentencing petition. The last was in 2021. She says she was pressured into signing a plea agreement, but the judge didn't budge.
We are here again, reliving this reopening wounds.
Now, I don't know who this lady is here. It just says Gabriel's family, but it doesn't say who she is. I don't know if she's a tia. She looks actually a little bit older. I don't know who she is.
That never healed.
She looks like she's related to Pearl.
Living reliving this week, opening wounds that never healed.
Emotional family members spoke in court during a hearing where Gabriel Fernandez's mother, Pearl, asked for her sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole to be reviewed.
Now this is old footage of Pearl Fernandez, because if you guys have seen, if you guys watch the reaction that I did of her interview, dog, she is sucked up, homie. She is completely twacked out, homie. On the serio, dog. She, her smile, her facial features, and everything is it's the poster child of a tweaker. Straight up, dog. Homegirl is straight up on the pipa. All right. This actually right here is older footage of when she first got busted. This is not, she does not look like this today. Because that interview that she did was what? Damn, how long ago was it? It wasn't that long. What, like 2 months ago? Dog, she is completely twacked out, Holmes.
Prison without the possibility of parole to be reviewed.
I'm here to be his voice.
Pearl Fernandez pled guilty to the torture and murder of her then 8-year-old son, Gabriel, in 2018. NBC4 was on the case from the beginning, from Gabriel's death in 2013 to the conviction years later, detailing how his case also created systemic changes within the LA County Department of Children and Family Services. Gabriel's injuries detailed in court today.
Some of the torturous acts involved the child victim being pepper sprayed in the face, punched over the body.
In the petition, Fernandez cited her then state-appointed defense attorney provided ineffective assistance of counsel and that she was coerced into signing a guilty plea.
We simply are requesting to further examine the record to assist the court in any further rulings and or represent our client as best we can.
The same judge who proceeded over the criminal case for Fernandez and her then boyfriend, Isaurio Aguirre, who was convicted.
Her then boyfriend. Oh, I didn't know they had friction and they broke up, man. I mean, I'm just saying, dog. They, who else is going to be with them? Oh, wait, that's right. Pearl, she actually was in another relationship with some hyena while incarcerated. She said that in her last interview. Abusive relationship, by the way. And she broke up with her. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe this dude, maybe this dude right here, man, this potato head looking bastard right here, maybe he found out that she was cheating on him while she was incarcerated, and maybe he broke up with her. I don't know.
The same judge who proceeded over the criminal case for Fernandez and her then boyfriend, Isaurio Aguirre, who was convicted of murder and sentenced to death, ruled after hearing from both sides.
Petitioner's motion is once again hereby denied.
So he was sentenced to death. She was sentenced to life.
Petitioner's motion is once again hereby denied.
Gabriel mattered, and his life mattered, and somebody took his life, and they need to spend the rest of their life in prison for what they did.
Gabriel would have been 21 years old this year. In his honor, the family continues lending.
Damn, that is crazy, dog. That is crazy that it's been that long. This young kid right here, Gabriel, man, everything that he went through, he would have been 21 years old today. Damn.
Honor, the family continues lending support through the Gabriel Fernandez Foundation.
Our family never thought we would be here. Our family never thought we would go through this much pain, but your family might one day. And if your family does, we're here to help you.
Yeah.
Okay, who are the family members? Is this a mother of Gabriel Fernandez? Okay, denied. Okay, that's not showing who she is. See, it just says Gabriel's family. Olivia Rubio, but it doesn't say who she is. It just says Gabriel's family. Now, well, let me let it play out,
Here.
dog. Then I'll.
Our family never thought we would go through this much pain, but your family might one day. And if your family does, we're here to help you.
And the cousins tell us while each time they have to return to court is almost unbearable, they will continue to do so for Gabriel, believing his mother definitely understands with clarity what she has done. Also for Aguirre, the boyfriend back then, he was sentenced to the death penalty. It appears that his petition for appeal is now pending.
Later.
Okay. All right. So he was sentenced to death. She was sentenced to life in prison, and she wants to get resentenced in hopes that she can get out. Now, if you guys did not see her interview, I think I still got it. I'm not even really sure. I'm not going to look for it right now, but there is an interview that she did. It's out there. Maybe I'll, if I could, I might put it up, link it in the comment section. And I'm telling you guys, dog, she looks completely tweaked the hell out, dog. Serio, man. She wants to get resentenced. I'm assuming in hopes that she gets out. He got the death penalty. She didn't. Who are these family members? Who are these family members, dog? Let me put them a little bit more here. Let me see. So they start the Gabriel Fernandez Foundation. Okay. Is he still on death row right now? Yeah, he's on death row. He's on death row. But it's California, dog. That fool ain't never gonna die. That fool's gonna die of old age, homie. It's California. They're not gonna execute him. Okay. It just says family members. Who are they? I'm not saying it's their fault. Okay. I'm not gonna say it's their fault. Okay. I'm not saying it's their fault. But where were they? I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming the family members. But if you're showing up to court, which you should, to fight that she doesn't get out, which you should, and you're over there crying and saying that we suffer with this every day, that this is very painful for us. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just asking a question here. Where were you? Did you not see the bruises? Because the school system did. The school saw it and they reported it. Unfortunately, not enough was done, but where was the family? Now, can it be that the family's not even close to them like that? Yeah, look, I'll go ahead and I'll tell you guys this right now, okay? I got a niece. Okay? I love my niece. Yes. I don't see her much, man. I see her probably like 2, maybe 3 times a year. I don't see her much. So maybe it's like that for them. Okay, it can be. And I'm not blaming the family. I'm not doing that, dog. It's just they're out there with tears. And if they were just around, did they not see the markings on young little Gabriel? Did they not see anything on Gabriel? Did they not know who Pearl was? Did they not know who this fool was? Hey, this vato doesn't get enough attention. Where's his punk ass at, dog? Because I don't even really know this fool's name. Let's see. All right, what's this punk ass vato's name right here? I don't even know.
The criminal case for Fernandez and her then boyfriend, Isaurio Aguirre, who was convicted of murder.
Isa Aguirre? What's his name?
Fernandez and her then boyfriend, Isaurio Aguirre, who was
Isaria?
the criminal case for Fernandez and her then boyfriend Isario Aguirre, who was convicted of murder and sentenced.
Isaria Aguirre? Oh, looked like that fool used to have his ear pierced. Looks like two of them right there. I don't know if anybody could see that right there. Is that his name, Isaria? I don't know, dog. But this fool doesn't get enough coverage. I don't know, maybe because he got the death penalty and everybody's thinking like he's gonna pay the piper that way. I'm telling you guys right now, that fool ain't gonna be executed, homie. That dude's gonna die of old age in California. But yeah, dog, that's the only thing. I'm just like, hey, family. Like I said, maybe the family wasn't even that close like that. I would understand that because yes, I do have a niece. Sad to say, I used to have two nieces. One of them tragically passed away a few years back. I did not know the struggles that she was going through. I rarely see my nieces. They don't live down the street from me. I only see them really Christmas and uh, uh, Mother's Day, I guess, or my mom's birthday. It doesn't help that they're my niece through my brother, and he is now with the mother, you know, and they live out in the boondocks. So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm not blaming the family, dog. I'm just saying, were you guys really close? Because if you guys were close, then you would know who homegirl is. You would know who 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 Pearl is, and you would know who this punk ass potato head looking mofo is, Aguirre or anything like that, whatever his punk ass name is, dog. Right? But the family here, who's now crying and everything, which I'm not blaming, but did you guys not see? I think they're related to Pearl, dog. I don't know why. It seems like some resemblance. But did you guys not see? Did you guys not? Why didn't you guys get law enforcement involved? But I said, I could be wrong, dog. I could be wrong because they lived in the Antelope Valley. If you guys are not familiar with Los Angeles, the Antelope Valley, homie, is out in the desert. Where'd they live at? Lancaster? Was it Lancaster? Somebody help me out on that one. I think it was Lancaster. Maybe it was Palmdale, but that's out there. That is not in the city of Los Angeles. That is not in the hustle and bustle area. That is not in the harbor area. That's not in the Valle. That's not in the San Gabriel Valley. That is not in the, east side, west side, south side, Nela, Sela, all those areas, dog. That's all connected. That's right. You're in the hustle and bustle of Los Angeles if you're in those areas. But the Antelope Valley, homie, the Antelope Valley is disconnected and it is out in the desert. So maybe the family members live somewhere in the other areas because Pearl and whatever the heck that fool's name is, they lived out in the Antelope Valley, which is it's secluded, dog. It's broken away from like yes, it's still Los Angeles County, but it's broken away, dog. It's not part of the city like that. If you're gonna drive up there, if you live, let's say you live in the SGV, Holmes, it, it's gonna be a mission. It's gonna be a mission for you to get up there. It's gonna be a mission. Okay, let me see. He's still on death row now. She became lesbian for state. Yeah, she said, dog. She said in the interview she became she got into a relationship with another hyena. Charlie, they're not going to let her go. Yeah, no, she was denied. I didn't even know that she was trying to give resentence on this. I did not know. Yeah, Vic, I don't. If the family's there and crying, and I'm not, like I said, though, I want to make it 100% clear. I'm not blaming the family. I'm not. But they're there, they're crying. Maybe some of them do feel guilty. Maybe some of them feel like they could have done more. Maybe they just left them alone and didn't know what was going on. Don't know. They're all to blame. I'm sure Gabriel had to speak out about it at some point. That could be. Could be. Were they that type of family that had get-togethers? Was she just? It could be that she was just the black sheep and nobody invited her. I have an aunt that's that, but my family's different though, dog. My family is, hey, we love each other. Now leave me the heck alone. My family, homes, my family's not like that. I hear all the raza talking about like, oh man, at the carne asada and everything. My family doesn't do all that, dog. We don't do all that. When I do the carne asada, it's not family, dog. It's friends, it's homies, and if nobody does that in my family, dog. We don't have get-togethers like that. We don't kick it cousins and tios and tias and everybody just like, hey, we'll see each other at the next funeral. Love you, wish you the best. Now go over there, I'll go over here, we'll do our thing, and we'll see each other at the next funeral. We don't spend any birthdays together. We don't spend any holidays together. We don't do any of that stuff. Okay. Maybe their family was like that. Maybe their family was like that. I don't know. But what they're showing here, they're showing like they really had a really close connection with young Lil Gabriel. Okay, that's what they're showing. So I'm just gonna ask, okay, then where were you? Did you not see any of the markings? The schools did. Teachers did. They reported it. Unfortunately, nothing got done. So let me see. Me as a grandpa, I try to talk to all my 13 grandbabies at least once a week just to check them. Damn, Vic. Vic, you're so old, Holmes. You're so freaking old, Vic. 13 grandkids, homie. Good gosh, dog. Damn, you're old, homie. Gosh, you're old. I don't understand how the school didn't get the Hudas involved and report it. The school did report it. They did report. It just not enough was done. We've covered this already. I'm just focused on the family. I had no idea that this broad was over there trying to get resentenced, like she needs to get out, like she should get out. Her last interview, she was over there trying to trying to get in with the ladies, trying to get in with the women. She was blaming it all on that dude. Oh, everything that he was doing to us. Oh, he was abusing us. She never even mentioned Gabriel's name, dog. She was just over there playing the victim. I'm like, yeah, nah, dog. Simone, I'm the black sheep of the familia. Yes, you are, Anthony. I'll tell you, dog. Yes, you are. All right. So I had no idea this chick was trying to get resentenced, dog. Who knows? Maybe one day she does get resentenced. I got no idea, dog. I hope not. But this really flew under the radar. This happened last week. And when I saw the family members, that just made me think like, hey, where were you guys, man? This kid was getting abused badly. He had markings all over his body. And since you're the family, I'm assuming you knew what type of character she was, or the dude that she was with, or maybe you guys just kept your distance because, yeah, maybe she was the black sheep and nobody wanted anything to do with her. Could be that as well. And maybe you never really even saw Gabriel. That could be as well. The Antelope Valley is completely disconnected from the rest of Los Angeles. Maybe they lived in other places of Los Angeles. Maybe they lived in Norwalk or Downey or Carson or, La Puente or something. I don't know, dog. And they're the ones that lived in the Antelope Valley. And that's completely disconnected, man, from the rest of LA. So it's mofo, dog. And that fool's gonna die of freaking of old age before they execute that fool, man. Anyway, all right, I want to go ahead and bring that up. I thought it was interesting the fact that she's over there trying to get resentenced. didn't hear about that. But yeah. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into something else here. Let me see here. Let me bring this up. Da, 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 da. Let me get past the commercial here. All right, here we go. All right, what you guys know about this crazy ass story right here? All right, let me bring this up. Let's see what we got here.
The Travis County Sheriff's Office is investigating a disturbing case in which Del Valle High School student says he was kidnapped, beaten, and tortured by 4 of his classmates. CBS Austin Farrah Walton joins us live in the studio tonight after speaking with someone who knows one of the suspects. Farrah, the student you spoke with, pretty shaken up here.
If you guys watch my trucker lives that I do inside the truck, I had covered a story of some rich kids that did this here in Nevada, as a matter of fact. I guess this is becoming some sort of theme here.
Yeah, well, he was. This Del Valle High School student says he was shocked when he learned of these allegations. Now, investigators say 3 of the suspects admitted to planning and carrying out this attack.
I thought it was insane. It's especially at our school.
Jacaden Mitchell is a student at Del Valle High School. He says he's shocked to hear of the allegations involving a student who says he was kidnapped and attacked by 4 classmates.
But we never have anything super crazy like that, especially knowing one of the alleged kidnappers.
Okay. Why do people got to get so damn crazy with the names? J apostrophe Caden. Like what? I just name him Caden then. Why do you need to put the J there? J Caden. What's with the names, dog? All right, let's continue. All right. So his name is J apostrophe Caden Mitchell. He's this dude has got he's got like the most generic last name when it comes to America, dog. Mitchell. I think the most you could, the only thing that surpasses that is probably Smith, right? Smith as a last name. But its close little cousin right there is Mitchell. But you gotta get crazy with the names. J apostrophe Caden. J Caden Mitchell.
One of the alleged kidnappers. Pretty bad.
According to an arrest affidavit, the victim left Del Valle High School with 3 classmates on February 19th and went to this gas station across the street. From there, he says they drove to a home on FM 969 where they went into the garage. Travis County Sheriff's Office investigators say that's when the situation escalated. According to the affidavit, the victim says one of the teens held a gun to his head while the others tied his hands and feet with duct tape and covered his mouth.
Everyone's pretty spooked, especially the classmates where we all shared a class. Everyone's been like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
The victim told investigators he was beaten with aluminum bats and a walking cane while the suspects took turns holding him at gunpoint.
He was beaten with aluminum bats and what?
Bats and a walking cane while the suspects.
And a walking cane. Okay, so the aluminum bats weren't enough. They had to bring in a cane. Where did they get a cane? These are high school kids, unless one of them is taking a cane to school, dog, walking like a pimp. Where did they get a walking cane from?
With aluminum bats and a walking cane while the suspects took turns holding him at gunpoint.
I'm not laughing at the story, dog. I'm not laughing at the story. You got aluminum bats. Who said like, hey, you know what? That's not enough, dog. Let me grab a cane.
Took turns holding him at gunpoint. The victim also says he was burned, forced to drink alcohol, and threatened with being killed if he went to police. Investigators say the victim was told the attack started because one of the suspects didn't want him talking to his girlfriend. He was later driven to a...
There we go. There we go. Quit talking to my hyena, fool. There we go, dog. There we go. Ah, I'll tell you, man. Isn't love beautiful? Isn't love beautiful? Oh, love is so beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it, everybody? So they kidnapped this dude, beat him with a bat and a cane because one of the dudes, not all four, just one of the dudes, loves his girlfriend that much.
One of the suspects didn't want him talking to his girlfriend. He was later driven to another location and left there before making his way to a bus stop and eventually reporting what happened.
It's just crazy how strong that person would have to be to report it and just stay alive, honestly.
The four suspects, 17-year-olds Jose Rojas Alvarado, Oscar Armando Santiago Martinez, Angel Lemos Perez, and Carlos Roberto Oliva Valera, are facing a charge.
Now, these are names, Holmes. These are names right here, dog. Let's hear those names again.
Stay alive, honestly.
The four suspects, 17-year-olds Jose Rojas Alvarado, Oscar Armando Santiago Martinez, Angel Lemos Perez, and Carlos Roberto Oliva Valera, are
Oscar Armando Santiago Martinez. I guess just keep going, right? Just keep going. Oscar Armando Santiago Martinez.
facing a charge of aggravated kidnapping with a deadly weapon, a first-degree felony.
Just make sure you stay extra safe because this is something crazy to happen.
Now, we have reached out to Del Valley ISD for a statement and have not heard back yet. We've also reached out to the Travis County Sheriff's Office to see how many of the suspects have been arrested and are waiting to hear back. Reporting live in studio, Farrah Walton.
All right. All right. I don't know if this is becoming some sort of trend or something, but I've been keeping up with quite a few of these stories, dog. This is happening a few more times than reported. Okay, even like a story like this that actually is on the news, it's not catching any legs. But I've been keeping tabs on this, dog. This is happening pretty often. You're right, Cortea Cafe. Me in office would be a huge mistake because I don't deserve an office, dog. I'll be in a castle. A castle. All right? A castle, Holmes. Okay? Not in office, a castle. Uh, what's up, Brown Cortura? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how come these aren't making more noise, dog. This is like gosh, I think we're getting close to 10 in like the last 2 months that I've seen. Because once you click on one, then another one pops up and it'll keep popping up. But hey, dog, it seems like high school kids are kidnapping the other kid, and a lot of it has to do with some young puppy love. With some young puppy love, man. I was just sent on Instagram a video. Um, this was actually down in Mexico though, where two girls killed another girl. They kidnapped her and they strangled her with rope or something like that. They tied her and they strangled her with rope. And they were young. They were like 15-year olds because she was jealous that that girl or she liked the dude that the other chick liked or something like that. Man, I'm telling you guys, dog. I'm telling you guys, Holmes. Let me see. It sounds crazy. Yeah, it does. Kids nowadays are out of control. It's always the raza. No, you know what? I actually did another one. It was some rich kids, some rich white kids, um, in Nevada. I forgot where in Nevada. That's a whole sentence. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is, dog. It's a whole damn sentence. That name. I forgot the name, but yeah, dog. This is become dog. We're getting close to like 10 that I have seen now that kids have kidnapped someone and tortured them and beat them. It's like, damn, okay. Some of them have died. All right, let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Let me pull up another one. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna be making my way up to the Bay, baby. That's right. Shouts to San Francisco. I'll be up there next month. I'm gonna stop. First, I'm gonna stop in Santa Barbara, and then I'll be making my way up to San Francisco. I'll be spending 2 days out there. Gonna do Bay to Breakers, homie. We're gonna crush it. We're gonna crush it, dog, like an empty beer can, homes. That'll be May 16th, the weekend of May 16th. So it'll be May 16th, 17th. I'll be there till the 17th, I believe. And the reason why I bring up the Bay is because definitely don't want to get a car with this vato,
New
dog.
developments tonight. A man accused of posing as a rideshare driver in San Francisco and raping 4 women in the last decade is set to spend more than 100 years in prison. San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins announced the conviction today and talked about the key evidence that led the jury to reach the verdict on Wednesday. ABC 7 Eyewitness News reporter Luz Pena joins us live from the newsroom with the story. Luz?
Yes, Chris. And this case stems back to 2013 when a 21-year-old woman.
This Hyna's name is Luz, Luz. That's a nice last name, Pena. Or is Luz that? It's gotta be short for something, right? What would it be short for, though? Luz, Luz. That can't be. It's got to be short for something. It's got to be some sort of nickname for a long name. I don't think anybody's gonna name their daughter Luz. I mean, I know it's spelled Luz, but just think about the girl going her childhood at school. Her name is Luz. It's got to be short for something. It's got to be short for something. Elizabeth? Is that a nickname for Elizabeth? I don't know. I've heard Liz, like Liz, but this is Luz. Luz? I don't know, man.
Out of a nightclub in San Francisco reported being raped by a man she thought was her Lyft driver. But it wasn't until 2018 when the first DNA match led police to the suspect. A once cold case now resulting in a conviction of a serial rapist in San Francisco.
Justice has finally been served.
44-year-old Orlando Vilches Lazo is facing more than 100 years to life in.
Hold on, dog. What's this vato's name now? What's this dude's name?
Justice has finally been served.
44-year-old Orlando Vilches Lazo is facing more than 100.
All right, his first name Orlando. Fair enough. But what the heck did they say after that?
Orlando Vilches Lazo is facing more than 100 years to life in state prison for attacking, kidnapping, and sexually assaulting multiple women. His first victim, a 21-year-old coming out of a nightclub in 2013. He took her to an abandoned industrial area, locked the car door, and raped her.
It began to be clear that the strategy of this serial rapist was to present himself as a rideshare driver.
For 5 years, a DNA of an unknown rapist sat in a database. Then, in 2018, there was a match. 3 other victims, also in their early 20s, reported a driver with a rideshare decal on his vehicle tricked them into believing he was the driver they were waiting for when they exited nightclubs and bars in the Soma neighborhood, all reporting a similar pattern of being taken to Mansell Street, where the driver violently raped them. An SFPD.
Anybody know where that's at? I mean, I've been to the Bay. I've been to San Francisco quite a few times. I don't know where that's at. I don't know where Mansell Street is at.
Street, where the driver violently raped them. An SFPD undercover team noticed a suspicious driver circling the area of Howard and 2nd Street at night and pulled him over. It was Vilches Lazo.
Some of the victims were able.
Vilches Lazo?
Lazo.
Some of the victims were able.
And pulled him over. It was Vilches Lazo.
Some of the victims were able to identify Mr. Vilches Lazo out of a lineup, multiple phones of theirs that he took from them so that they could not call for help were found in his residence.
In a statement, the San Francisco
Look, I'm glad this fool got busted, Holmes. He jacks their cell phones and holds on to them. He doesn't get rid of them. This happened between 2013 and 2018. This fool just got convicted, Holmes. He still had their cell phones. Why? But good though. Good. I'm glad this fool got busted.
In his residence.
In a statement, the San Francisco Public Defender's Office said they were disappointed by the verdict and accused SFPD of acting unconstitutionally by collecting key evidence from Mr. Vilches Lazo without a warrant. We intend to appeal, and we're optimistic that the appellate court will render an appropriate ruling.
It is essential that victims and survivors feel like it is safe enough that they can come forward.
Uber and Lyft have worked for years to increase safety measures for riders and passengers, including background checks. But the director of the mayor's office for victims' rights doesn't think the changes and new policies have been enough.
The rideshare company should immediately have zero tolerance. They should share information with every other rideshare company.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Zero tolerance. Okay. So are you saying that the ride share companies have some sort of tolerance for rapists? What I love it. I love it when people talk and they want to be like heroes. Zero tolerance. Yeah, he's a rapist. I don't think Lyft and Uber have tolerance for rapists. She didn't say anything there, though. Let's hear this.
Doesn't think the changes and new policies have been
Okay, because they're saying they're gonna upgrade on their background checks, right? But this chick, she's saying it's not gonna be enough. She's saying it's not enough. Okay, so what's the answer there? Let's see.
enough.
The rideshare company should immediately have zero tolerance. They should share information with every other rideshare company.
Should immediately have zero tolerance. Okay, thank you, hero. What a hero. She's a hero now. She didn't say anything. She didn't come up with any solution. She's a hero though. Because as long as you say that, as long as you say you should have zero tolerance. Yeah, I don't think Uber and Lyft ever came out and said like, well, listen, I mean, if it's one rape, maybe we could look past that. Two rapes, maybe we're pushing it. Oh, but this guy did four. Yeah, no, man. This chick is nuts, dog. Broads are nuts. Hyenas are nuts, dog.
Changes and new policies have been enough.
The rideshare company should immediately have zero tolerance. They should share information with every other rideshare company.
Vilches Lazo is an undocumented immigrant from Peru who reportedly lied about his immigration status on his application to drive for Lyft. He faces more than 100 years to life in state prison. His sentencing has not been scheduled, but is expected to happen later.
Hang on. So he didn't even work for the rideshare? I mean, I heard that he's here illegally.
The rideshare company should immediately have zero tolerance. They should share information with every other rideshare company.
Thank you, hero.
Vilches Lazo is an undocumented immigrant from Peru who reportedly lied about his immigration status on his application to drive for Lyft. He faces more than 100 years to life in state prison. His sentencing has not been scheduled, but is expected to happen later this month.
Okay, so he did drive for Lyft. He just lied on the application. Okay, all right. Thank you, hero. That other chick, not this, not Luz. Luz is cool. I'm down with Luz, but the other chick. Wow, what a hero. She's trying to be. What? They should have zero tolerance. Okay, so he worked for Lyft. So apparently, I guess Lyft have some sort of tolerance for rapists. I'm assuming. Let me see. Elizabeth Lucero. Luz is a nickname. I bet it is. I bet it is. Vilches Lazo. Yeah, Vilches Lazo. I saw that. Okay, that's what his name was. From Peru, by the way, dog. Damn, that must make I wondered if he Ubered up here to the States, dog. Terrible joke. But anyway, he's looking at what they say, 100 years, dog. Hopefully that fool gets busted. Here's the thing though. If he went, so he wasn't even scheduled to pick them up. How then do they get in the car? Because whenever you get, I've never used Lyft. For those that have used Lyft, let me know. I've only used Uber, but you get the description, you get a photo of the car, the person, um, the license plate, you get all that. Now it said right there that he was there pretending that he was there to pick them up. So they had ordered a Lyft. So I'm assuming he just goes and says, "Hey, did you order a Lyft?" But they got the information there. Now I get it. I get it. I'm sure, especially since they said they're coming out in nightclubs or something, they're a little bit intoxicated. He could just say, like, "Oh yeah, you know what? They switched it and they sent me," maybe something like that. But you do get all that information. At least with Uber, you do. As far as Lyft, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how that works with Lyft. Let's see here. Let's see. Damn, man, we're getting past. Let me see. I don't understand that they're to be there to do a background check before hiring them. That Vato has sort of record. Well, he lied on the application, so they definitely just need to step up their game on background checks for sure, dog. The other Haina, she was just there to sound like some hero. They should have zero tolerance. Okay, thank you, hero. Thank you. You're what a hero now. Like all you had to do. I swear, dog. I love it. Gosh, I just keep on keeping on, everybody. Keep on keeping on. Everybody's nuts except for me. Everybody is crazy except for me, dog. Like as long as you say it, as long as you say something, there it is. You're a hero now. You're a hero. I just zero tolerance. This is unacceptable. Okay, thank you, hero. Now you're gonna go down in the Mount Rushmore of history as well of doing something. Okay, let's see. Let me pull this one up actually because I live here. Let me see. Don't you think that Toa Ranfla has some sort of tracking system on them? I don't know, dog. I don't know. They do have those decals that they put up there. I don't know. Maybe they should have some sort of tracking. But if he wasn't actually the one that was scheduled to pick them up, and he pulls up and says, "Hey, are you waiting for a lift?" And homegirl says, "Yes, but you're not the lift." And then he says, like, "Oh yeah, they switched it. You'll get it right now in a bit, but hop in because I got you right here in the system. That's how I know to pick you up." Convincing them, then how would she know? How would she know who it is? And not just that, but he took their cell phones. And like an idiot, that fool kept them. They found them in his apartment, which is good. Good. I'm glad they did. All right, so let me get to this. And there was another little story I want to get to, but I want to get to this, dog, because I actually live here, Holmes. Let me see here. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Órale. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and let's check out this story right here.
This story out of California, a massive warehouse fire. And this is one of the live looks that we are getting in here this morning. Now, before the commercial break, we shared with you just some.
Shout outs to the city of Ontario, homie. I live in Ontario, downtown Ontario. And I was passing by there. Obviously, I'm not there today. I'm in Nevada, right? But I was passing by there yesterday and I saw I thought it was foggy. I thought it was foggy. This sucker, this sucker dog put out so much smoke. Okay, it's a warehouse. Like it put out a lot of smoke, dog. You thought there was like a wildfire in the forest or something.
Comments here from one of our reporters in Fox, LA, on this.
Oh, that's a lot of money. Look at those trailers burning down too.
Scene as they were speaking to a fireman there, providing the latest updates. It was very brief, but I wanted to share this here with you. If you are just joining us, suspected arson sparking this massive fire
An arsonist.
at an Ontario warehouse. That's about 45 minutes east of Los Angeles. Let's share those comments here with you from our Fox 11 LA team.
Dog, that is a huge warehouse, dog.
Fox 11 LA team.
Updates more from the deputy chief as well, and keep you posted, of course, throughout the morning on this massive fire right here in Ontario.
Is the fire believed to have started inside this warehouse, and was it spotted by employees? And what was done to evacuate the employees? Because it looks like this fire had spread pretty quickly.
We do know, I believe, that fire did start inside the warehouse as well. But in terms of who reported it first, that's still being looked at, I believe, correct?
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
Was fire first reported by an employee or?
It's live television, dog, and she's over here tripping over herself a little bit.
Reported by an employee, or do we know is this residents nearby?
Sure. The Ontario Fire Department received multiple calls reporting the structure fire. The building was occupied at the time of the fire, so there was approximately 20 employees who were here on site, and several of them were calling 911 reporting the fire. In addition to the fire alarm, which activated, and so again, we are notified by the fire alarm company who's monitoring it. So we received multiple calls for service.
And initially there was a report of someone missing, I believe, but that ended up not being the case. Everyone was accounted for, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so originally, because the building was occupied, there was 20 employees here.
Yeah, you know what? It's a smart move for the cameraman just to zoom in on the bombero here, on the firefighter, dog, because she's struggling, dog. She is struggling.
They did an evacuation, as you would expect. And the original report from them upon our crews arriving is there was one employee who was missing. That employee was located very quickly, and there are no reports of any injuries or to civilians or firefighters.
Deputy Chief, thank you so much again. One person right now in custody. Again, no public safety threat, but they are warning.
What kind of warehouse was it? It was a paper warehouse, dog. Reporter, she's not bad looking.
Residents, of course, and advising them to stay out of this area, especially given the smoke and the road closures we have here in Ontario.
One more question, Rachel. Sorry. There was a sprinkler system inside this warehouse, right? So can you ask the chief, like the sprinkler system was working at the time, but that wasn't sufficient enough to suppress this fire?
Correct. I know earlier you told me, Deputy Chief, that the sprinkler system was working at the time, but clearly you guys are still out here.
I'll tell you, dog, there's quite the interview here.
I'm guessing there's just been an extra need to really put this fire out.
Yes, so we believe the fire sprinkler system was working at the time. That was the original belief by the first responding firefighters who were on scene. Again, those fire sprinkler systems can only do so much, and the large volume of fire, based on the materials burning inside, obviously was unable to keep the fire under control to allow us enough time to completely extinguish it. It did run out of control, and we're going to be here for several more hours continuing to fully extinguish it.
Deputy Chief, thank you so much. And again, they'll be out for quite some time. And again, no injuries to report.
This happened, I believe, on Monday.
But a very long day for these crews. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Rachel. And once again, thank you to our Fox 11 Los Angeles team as you are taking a live look there from our chopper at the.
Like I said, I passed by there on Tuesday, yesterday. Dog, that sucker was still like smoking.
The scene this morning as crews actively working to put out this massive fire. I believe this is going to zoom back out here for us in a moment. You can really just see the scale of how large this really is. A lot of preliminary details here this morning, but we did just want to share with you what our Fox 11 LA team does know at this moment. We also have just another vantage point coming in here that I wanted to bring to you before we transition to some other news here this morning. We will continue to monitor these feeds here for you on Live Now from Fox, working to see if we can get any additional information, but that's the latest there from officials on the ground as of right now.
Wow. Wow. All right. I think, well, no, I don't think. They said it was an arsonist, a disgruntled employee, or at least he's the person of interest. So, you know, it was a paper warehouse. I don't know what type of where. I don't know if it was like, what kind of paper, construction paper, or I got no idea. But damn, dog, that was one hell of a fire. And the only reason why I'm covering that is because I live there. I live in Ontario, and I passed by there, like I said yesterday, and I still, dog, it looked just foggy. I thought it was foggy a second. Then I looked down to see where the smoke is coming from, and then I saw that, and I'm like, damn, okay. Well, it looks like there was some kind of product that had fuel for it to take off that fast. I mean, for the fact that the sprinkler system wasn't powerful enough to keep it under control, not to put it out, but keep it under control. Oh, that sucker complete. That's a big ass warehouse, man. That sucker is burnt to the ground. All right, let me just pull up one more little video right here. Check this out.
It all happened so quickly. A fireball erupting on the corner in a San Antonio neighborhood. A motorcycle bursting into flames, sending shocked kids running. Watch the frightening close call. This rider losing control, sliding behind his bike as it explodes into flames, slamming into a curb just feet from kids.
I've thought about buying myself a motorcycle. But every rider I talk to, they've all had some accident. They've all had, on the freeway, close calls. I've actually known people that have died riding motorcycles. And I'm like, I would like to get myself a bike. But man, homie, it's not just dying, but I mean, you get hit and now you're never the same again. Now you walk with a limp or something. I've come across so many riders, dog, they walk with a limp. They still ride, but it's like, yeah, man, walking with a limp for the rest of my life. And it's just kind of like, I mean, it's bad enough I go cycling on the street, dog. You know what I mean? I already got hit by a car doing that.
It explodes into flames, slamming into a curb just feet from kids and a playground. Still on fire, the biker runs to put the flames out.
Hey, dog, he survived, Holmes. He survived, dog. All right. I'm just. That's right. That's how I'm gonna be when I'm in charge, dog. When I'm really dictator in my castle, just laughing at everybody's pain and anguish. Just- all right, let's go.
Playground. Still on fire, the biker runs to put the flames out.
I was just baffled why there was a motorcycle on fire in my neighbor's yard.
Robert Perez lives across the street and captured this wild video.
It just was incredible that none of those children were hurt. When I saw the video and I saw the motorcycle flying in the air and the flames, it was nothing short of a miracle.
Hey, I will say that, dog. Those kids, because the pieces of that bike went flying, and none of the pieces went towards the kids.
Flying in the air and the flames, it was nothing short of a miracle that they didn't get injured in the process.
Firefighters arrive minutes later. The bike mangled on charred ground. NBC's San Antonio affiliate reporting the biker said he was riding too fast and is now recovering after surgery. According to the county sheriff's office, he suffered second-degree burns. The investigation continues as this neighborhood is shaken but grateful that all are safe tonight. Ryan Chandler, NBC News.
Hold on, Doug, because the story's over, Doug. Hold on. He's okay. He's okay. He lived. I wouldn't be laughing if he weren't okay, dog, or one of the kids got hurt or anything. Sure, they saw this. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They're not going to be traumatized. They'll be fine. All right. Just hold on, dog. Hold on. check, check. He's sliding, homie. He's sliding on the asphalt like it's a slip and slide, head first, dog. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
But grateful that all.
Look at him go. Look at him go. You see him right here. You see him right there, dog. He's sliding. Okay. All right, here we go. He's gonna slide, and then he hits the curb. Let me see.
That all are safe tonight. Ryan Chandler, NBC News.
Hey, dog. Hey, he jumped that curb, homie. He jumped that curb, dog. Let me see. He jumped that curb.
Is shaken but grateful that all are safe tonight. Ryan Chandler, NBC News.
We thank you for watching.
No. Come on, I want to see homeboy run. I want to see him run. Here we go.
Erupting on the corner in a San Antonio neighborhood. A motorcycle bursting into flames, sending shocked kids running. Watch the frightening close call. This rider losing control, sliding behind his bike as it explodes into flames, slamming into a curb just feet from kids and a playground. Still on fire.
If he were injured, dog, that is pure fear and adrenaline that got him up and running, dog, because that dude is sprinting.
The biker runs to put the flames out.
He's falling again, but he gets up and he still continues running.
Why there was a motorcycle on fire in my neighbor's yard?
Robert Perez lives across the street and captured this wild video.
Okay. Now, I just want to throw this out there. I know the dude's not thinking. Okay, I'm not gonna blame homeboy. Well, I mean, I don't know what he was doing. He said he was riding too fast. Okay, but I'm just simply saying this: if he were still on fire, I get it. He's not thinking. All right, it's just pure reaction. He's not thinking. But if he were on fire, look where he ran to. Look where he ran to. I'm not blaming him, dog, because again, he's just in shock. He's just got up and started running. He runs to trees and bushes. If he were still on fire, this dude would have started a wildfire. Now, this is the only shot we got right here, but it looks pretty stacked with bushes and trees, dog, where this dude could have started a major fire if he ran in there with if he were still on fire. But dog, this guy gets up, he takes off running.
To put the flames out.
He falls on the sidewalk, gets back up.
Baffled why there was a motorcycle on fire in my neighbor's yard.
Robert Perez lives across the street and captured this wild.
He runs into the forest, dog. It looks like a forest. I don't know. There might be a house right behind it. I'm not really sure, but he runs to the forest. If he were still on fire, if his back were still on fire, dog, this guy could have caused another fire.
Video.
It just was incredible that none of those children were hurt. When I saw the video and I saw the motorcycle flying in the
frightening close call. This rider losing control, sliding behind his bike as it explodes into flames, slamming into a curb just feet from kids and a playground. Still on fire, the biker runs to put the flames out.
I was just baffled why there was a motorcycle on fire.
Oh, dog. I'll tell you, dog. Oh man. Isn't life great? Isn't life great, dog? They were there. Check him out. Okay, let me see. That vato was showing off. Yeah, maybe he was showing off. I don't know, dog. You can tell that they were there to check him out. Who knows? You know what? Maybe the kid, maybe it could be. Maybe he told the kids, "Hey, kids, watch this, man," and he's gonna pop some wheelies or something. I don't know because if you saw the video, the kids were just standing there. They weren't even walking. They were just standing there looking. Now, unless that fool hit the ground like a quarter mile away and slid all that way for them to stand there and look, but they were standing there looking at him as he came sliding, dog, head first their way. This vato is making bloopers out of other gentes. Oops, mom, que gacho. Paul's voice, que gacho. He's okay though. He's okay. That's why I laugh, dog. Because he's okay, man. And I'm sure he'll laugh about it as well. I don't know. I actually want to get him on here, man. I'll interview the dude, dog. I really would, Holmes, and him and I can have a laugh about it, man. But glad everybody's okay out of that one. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get up out of here, call it a night. Gotta be up at 2 in the morning. So you guys are watching this live, the return of the roundtable. Mañana, we will get into quite a few things, man. Mainly one thing, but and I'll probably do a trucker live tomorrow as well, dog. I'll see. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tap a body here. You guys be good. I realized, man. I realized, like, damn, dog. I didn't even really do many lives since I don't know Thursday of last week. I'm like, oh, dog. Let me jump in here so we can all get a good laugh at a guy playing slip and slide off his bike on asphalt. Then he runs into the forest, dog, thinking he's still on fire. Anyway, all right, I'm out of here, dog. I'm not even gonna be able to sleep. I'm gonna be laughing all night, man. All right, as always, for me, let you're in the world. You're aware surroundings. Always keep a safe distance. Blood makes you live, but loyalty makes you family. Until next time, this is the total trucker, the dictator. Over and out.